Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Well, this is part 3 of quotes from Mark Carney's Values, and I have another 5 hand-picked quotes from his book that I want to show you in this video. These quotes in particular highlight Mark Carney's willingness to rewrite the financial system of Canada and perhaps the world in order to achieve net zero. I think these quotes are a great representation of the likelihood that Mark Carney will run and lead as a technocratic leader, relying on his resume and experience as a central banker and economist to rewrite Canada's financial system as he sees fit, as opposed to directly representing the citizens who voted for him. And by the way, these are not campaign slogans or promises. These are word-for-word quotes directly from his book. So first off, the more our financial sector focuses on the transition to net zero, the more new technologies will be financed in anticipation of climate action, and the more savers and investors will be able to track whether their investments are consistent with their values. Second, as the UN Special Envoy for Climate Action and Finance, I have been working with a core team of incredible public servants, as well as thousands of dedicated people from around the world from the private sector, NGOs, standard setters, and governments in various focused working groups. Our goal has been to put in place the information, tools, and markets so that every financial decision takes climate change into account. To create a financial system in which a company's contributions to climate change and climate solution are fundamental determinants of its value. Third, the successful climate conference in Glasgow marked progress, but it didn't denote victory. Now the real work begins. We must be relentless in implementation. Fourth, if properly designed, a CBDC could serve all the functions to which private cryptocurrencies and stablecoins aspire, while addressing the fundamental legal and governance issues that will, in time, undermine those alternatives. It could open up new possibilities with the 24/7 availability of payments, different degrees of anonymity, peer-to-peer transfers, or scope for paying interest on a currency. Fifth, this requires a fundamental reordering of the financial system so that all aspects of finance, investments, loans, derivatives, insurance products, whole markets, systemically take the impact of their actions on the race to net zero. The objective is a financial system in which climate change is as much a determinant of value as creditworthiness, interest rates, or technology, where the impact of an activity on climate change is a new vector, a new determinant of value. And as a bonus, a credible, time-consistent, and committed government policy framework can pull forward sustainable investment and shut down unsustainable activity that is no longer viable in a net zero world. So I'm not going to offer too much of my thoughts and opinions on these quotes from Mark Carney. Why? Because I speak very openly and plainly about what I think and how I feel toward Mark Carney on this channel. So if you're interested in that, you can go and browse my videos and find that out for yourself. But what I would like to do in this video is highlight some key takeaways as objectively as I can that I gathered from these quotes. So the first takeaway I got from these quotes is that Mark Carney is ready and willing to drastically rewrite the financial world with an elite task force of technocrats like himself. And he's very likely to rely on his resume and experience as a central banker and an economist to rewrite the financial landscape of Canada such that your business either go green or go under. And one quick side note, I know a lot of people are praising Mark Carney for his credentials, his experience, his resume, and yes, he has great credentials. But where that all breaks down, where that fails, is if Mark Carney is more interested in using his credentials to do what he wants to do than he is interested in representing the citizens that voted for him. Anyway, another key takeaway I got from these quotes is that Mark Carney is likely to be relentless in his implementation and determined to make Canada a proof of concept of his vision for a net zero world. As well, it seems like Mark Carney is willing to have a stranglehold on money and value itself, with CBDCs being totally trackable, climate being a determinant of value, and of course, his note about shutting down unsustainable activity. Well, that's it for the takeaways, and I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter in the comments. Am I just reading too far into these quotes, or is this an honest estimation of his beliefs and values? As well, I've likely got a part 4 of this series coming out as soon as I can finish reading his book. I'm still in the process of reading it. So be on the lookout for that. Apart from that, that's it for this video. I want to say thank you to everyone who watches. Have an outstanding day and take care.